What's up, guys? It is Saturday, January 25th. I'm currently on the road right now. I'm going to go pick up my buddy Michael. It's about 2:45 right now. He hasn't been deer hunting in over 20 years. He said last time he hunted was when he was 11. Never got a deer. So I'm going to try to get him a deer tonight. Got a week left of season, just about, in Ohio here. It ends next Sunday. So we went hunting last night. Really, we're just after anything. I mean, a doe, buck, whatever. Anything but a fawn, pretty much. Had a couple little hiccups last night in the blind with him being, not the most experienced hunter in the world. The deer were all super skittish. It was super quiet, and just they heard him moving, I think, a little bit. And they ended up getting out of there before we could get a shot. So we're going to head into that same spot again tonight. There was deer in there this morning, so I'm hoping maybe they're not too skittish and they're calmed down tonight, so maybe he can get a shot. But that's the plan. He hasn't been hunting in a very, very long time, like I said. So I'm hoping to get him a deer. He said he wants some deer meat for the freezer, so I'm tagged out already. And my wife's busy, so she can't go hunting tonight, so I've told him I'd take him and try to get him a deer. So that's the plan. I'm gonna go pick him up now, and we'll see you guys here in a little bit. Alright guys, we just got situated in the blind here. It's 3:30 right now. We got about 2.5 hours left of daylight here. As you can see, I got the one, the only, behind the trigger tonight. We're gonna try to get him his first deer ever, like I said on the way over here. Mike, how do you think the night's gonna go tonight? Better than last night. What happened last night? I spooked. Not once, but twice. So, tonight, we're hoping things go a little bit smoother. One of these does, or possibly a buck, will come in and give him a shot tonight. I think I said on the way over here, he hasn't been deer hunting in, 24 years up till yesterday. So, yeah, it's been a long time since he's been in the woods, so we're hoping to have some luck tonight, and hopefully see him get his first deer, and just enjoy being out here. So we're gonna see what happens here. You guys stay tuned. Hopefully we're not out here too long, but it feels way better today than it did yesterday. It's like 37 out right now. We're used to it being about the highs in the teens. So yeah, he kind of got a little cold last night. I did too, but it's a little more bearable tonight. Not sure how that's going to affect the deer movement, but there was deer in here this morning. I've had deer at one of my other spots pretty much all day, so I don't know. Hopefully they're on their feet. You guys stay tuned, and we'll see how it progresses here.
What's up?
Was your heart pounding?
A little bit. Yeah.
Got the shakies.
A little bit.
That's what it's all about, right?
That's right, bud.
Yeah. We'll have to go back and rewatch it, but I think he hit her a little bit quarter two, but she turned. I think she started to see him a little bit when he was getting ready, and she turned just a smidge, but I saw blood come out of it as soon as it hit her, so you should be good.
What's up?
Yeah.
So I guess now, as I hammer, look for all the blood. Hopefully an arrow. Hopefully from the deer lane.
Looks like the arrow's right up here in the snow. Let's go check it out.
Oh yeah.
Pick it up.
Right through it.
Pick it up. Look at that blood trail, dude.
Oh, yeah.
I don't figure she's gonna make it too far. What's that arrow look like? Look at that rage on there.
Oh yeah.
Heck yeah. I don't figure she's gonna make her too far. All right, we're on the trail. I don't think we're gonna be walking very far, but we'll see.
Fed very well this year.
That rage put a number on her. That arrow passed all the way through quarter two. Looks like she ran in right there. Gonna go in front. Hopefully she's lying right over the hill right there. Look at that blood trail, dude. Oh my gosh. I can see blood up in front of us. Over this way. Dude, I see her. See her?
Oh yeah. You're amazing.
Heck yeah, buddy.
You're amazing.
First deer ever. Look at the bubbles coming out of her too. Look at that blood. Heck yeah, buddy. That'll be an easy drag out too.
I think it's time for me to join the team.
Guess we'll have to promote you. Look at that, dude. That's a good doe too.
I'm just glad I got one before you did.
Dude, that's a nice doe. What do you think?
Oh,
You happy? Excited?
I think it's a new hobby starting out.
Good shot. We'll get your phone out and we'll get her tagged, and then we'll get her drug up here in the field, and we'll talk about her a little bit.
All right, first time confirming.
Confirmation code right there.
Confirmation
Good
code.
to go. She's legal.
Get close.
Well, guys, we finally got her up out of here. She didn't go very far. As you can see in the track job, it didn't look like she was going to make it very far. And she just literally made it out of sight right here. Mike, how would you rate your first successful deer hunt?
11 out of 10, bud.
Yeah, we kind of had a couple hiccups last night, and they kind of got away from us. And he said he was able to go again tonight, and he asked if he could go, and I said, sure, we'll go. And then a little after 5 o'clock, here come two fawns, and this big doe was right behind her, and I said, that's the one you want right there. And he made a pretty good shot on her. As soon as that arrow impacted, you could just see the blood come out, and then as soon as we got out of the blind, we could see the blood trail, and we're like, that deer ain't going anywhere. But
Yeah, maker.
yeah, nonetheless, he's gonna have a good bit of meat for the freezer, and I would say he's probably gonna do it again next year.
Yep.
He's already talking about getting his own little crossbow, his own setup, and hunting a piece of ground that he thinks he's gonna be able to hunt on. So he said his heart was pumping pretty good, and that's really what it's all about. Seeing somebody new, kind of not really that familiar with hunting, and then seeing a reaction like that, and can't wait to do it again. So pretty happy, aren't we? Couldn't have really made it any better, I don't think.
Nope.
Maybe a big buck, but maybe we'll get that next year. So, all right, guys. Well, hopefully you enjoyed that little episode of Mike getting his first deer and seeing that kind of unfold. And hope you guys are had a good deer season as well. We got shed season coming up, turkey season coming up, and I know the team's ready to start all those activities. So Thank you guys for watching. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, and we'll see you on the next one.
Get in there.
She ready to roll? Any final thoughts?
Ready for next year.
Ready for next year? All right, that's a wrap.